going to put banger music on then. I was like, here we go. I got some jingle music for you.
No, I could get you some banger music on, but no. I know you don't like. I know you take offence to it, but I don't blame you, mate, because it's becomes, what's the word? Just because you're from Asia, Asian descent, it doesn't mean that you have to listen to banger music, does it?
No.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for agreeing to come on the show and do this slot, because I know you're extremely busy and I know you've got lots of stuff on, and I really do appreciate it. It's fantastic that you're taking the time to come and join us.
So. No, thank you for the invite, mate.
Yeah, it's wonderful, mate. It's wonderful. So, would you like to tell everybody out there who you are, what you do, why you do it, all that sort of stuff?
Oh, yeah, cool. And I presume we are kind of going live right now then.
Well, we are live now, mate, and it's been recorded as well. So the VT, as they say, will be going out on Facebook and everything. You can carry on drinking your coffee. It's not a problem. It's natural life, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's what we're doing.
First and foremost, there you go, straight away. I'm going to introduce myself. What am I drinking? I'm drinking lemon water. Oh. That's what I'm drinking. My first fluid of the day. And he just asked me, tell me a bit about myself. Well, there's so many things I can tell you. I'm a 45-year-old lad from Manchester, right, who could tell you the most unbelievable stories, and you'll be creasing yourself listening to some of the craziness that's gone on in my life. But what I'm really here for, Kirk, is to make a difference to people's health and how they think and what they do.
Beautiful.
It's all about food.
Mate,
I don't know what you can see. I don't know what you can see in the kitchen here, but
I can see a tandoori chicken sign on the side there.
You know what? I was hoping to bloody rub that off. Actually,
don't go all Asian on me, tandoori. Don't go the British Asian tandoori chicken. Do you know what I mean? Hey, chicken tikka masala, sir. Half rice, half chips. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, basically, and 15 poppadoms.
Basically, I've got a marketing manager, right, who's really on my case, and he says basically, you've got the face, right? You've got spices. You're the spice guy, so why don't you do a lot more Indian food? And begrudgingly, really majorly begrudgingly, I agreed to start doing TikTok 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you're on TikTok?
Yeah. Well, no, Kurt, I'm practicing and getting it right, and I've got a couple of videos on there at the minute. But he wanted me to make more elaborate food, so I thought, what's more elaborate? Let's do a tandoori chicken, mate. It took me like 6 hours to make this video. I'll send it to you. Actually, you'll be the only person that can see it. But I'll send it to you. You can have a look at it. Anywho, yeah. Who am I? I'm the spice guy. That's basically the answer to your original question.
Yeah.
I moved from Manchester a very long time ago, but I miss home a lot, and I'm always kind of like edged to go back there somehow, and I will end up back there once the money starts rolling in. I think that's what it's about, isn't it? That's what it's about.
It is, mate, and the money will roll in. And I'm just picking up on the point at the start, and that's why I wanted to introduce this slot, because I believe, and we talked about this on the phone the other week. Years ago, you was in the kitchen where you spent a lot of time with your gran or your mum and and the dynamics have changed, and you watched her making food, whatever it is, whether it's a Lancashire hot pot or whether it was a bolt, whatever it is, wherever you're from, you would pick up from you, and you might not know you did, but subliminally you picked stuff up because you got you to do stuff, didn't you? Mix stuff, and then when you get older, you go, oh, I'm not afraid to cook. I'm going to cook. Oh, and I remember this recipe. She used to make this. I'm going to try and make that. Or I've seen that. I don't think I'm wrong in saying I think we've lost a lot of that as a culture, as a country. I think that's been lost
phenomenally. I mean, it's really weird. I mean, I've got a partner who's Eastern European, and she always, it's just natural, it's natural for every culture to say you do something wrong. It's like, like when you've got a girlfriend, she always likes to point out what you've done wrong. It's one of those things.
I know. Yeah.
You know that feeling, Kurt, yeah? So I had it this morning. She said to me? She goes, don't talk too much.
The idea is you're going to be talking. That's the whole idea of this segment, that you do talk.
I went, thanks for that advice. Really, thanks. Anyway, And the thing is, Eastern European culture, like your Polish and your Romanians, are all in this country. Have you not noticed, Kirk, that I don't know what it's like in Manchester, right? But here in the Midlands, there's an Eastern European shop open on every corner.
Yeah, I'm in the Midlands, mate. I live in Nuneaton, Coventry. I'm about
Sorry,
15 miles from it. I'm from Manchester, like you, from Eccles, where the cakes were made and all that. So do you know what I mean? Eccles.
You put butter. I used to have a mate who used to put butter all over his Eccles cake.
No, never done that. I put it on.
And I used to say, "You're crazy, mate.
Never,
You're crazy."
Never done that. Never done that. But yeah. So you're right. There's pulky shops everywhere, isn't there? And they are everywhere.
And you want to know why? Right? Straightforward. This is not a question. It's a rhetorical question. It's because they cook at home. They cook at home. It's not because they don't like to go to Asda. They don't like to go here or whatever. It's because their culture is set. Like we were.
Yeah.
Right. We used to cook at home. Hence why the shops. Right. I grew up in my mother and father. What a cliche. I come from an Asian background, and we had a shop in Manchester.
Yeah.
What a cliche. It was like the law. If you're Indian in Manchester, you had a shop.
Exactly.
Right? That's the way it goes.
Exactly.
It's the law.
Well, there's a racist joke about that, isn't it? Why don't Asians play football? Because they put a shop on every corner. Well, there you go. Sorry about that, people.
Don't talk football. I've still got it on. But anyway.
Send the complaints in. But yeah, go on.
So I remember my father when we opened our. I don't remember it, but my dad telling me that when they bought their shop in the early 70s, it was like Arkwright. It was like open all hours in the sense that you'd walk in and you'd ask the guy behind the counter for your goods. Could I have £1/4 pound of ham?
Yeah.
Could I have some bread? Could I? And that shop was also delivery. Guess what? We used to do deliveries.
Amazing, isn't it?
Just like Arkwright did. Deliveries. Guess what? Isn't that weird? We do deliveries now. How many years later?
Oh, it's supposed to be. It's like a new thing, home delivery. We've been doing. What is it? What's the guys with the bags on the backs? We've been doing that.
We've been doing it years. But we just stopped doing it because Asda and all the big massive supermarkets took over, killed a lot of businesses. That's a different conversation. But the point of the matter is, I remember growing up. Again, it was all about food. Even though I know progressively I turned into a chef.
Yeah.
The culture was always around food. So I remember all the mothers literally shouting at a tea time to come home because we were all playing out.
Yeah. Remember it?
I was part of that culture, cobble streets. Yeah, I think East is East. That was my life.
Yeah.
That was my life. East is East. I was those Asian kids, yeah. And instead of a chippy, it was a corner shop.
Yeah.
And I remember all the mothers shouting for the kids because I would be playing with the Pakistani kids, the Greek kids, the Jamaican kids, the Irish kids, because that was the community we had. And it was all about food. And whenever there was any celebration, Christmas, Eid, Easter, whatever, mate, I still to this day, I can taste it.
Yeah.
I can taste that food. And you can taste it as well because we all say it. It doesn't taste like it used to.
No, man.
No,
man. I'll tell you what, yeah, I love your passion. And that's why I wanted you on, because we have Jacob who he's totally different to you, and you do your stuff. I've been watching what you've been doing, and I just picked up on you. I started watching some of your, because you started doing stuff in lockdown with spice packs and sending things out and helping people cook. And that's why I wanted you on the show. And I'm so pleased that I kept pestering you to come on, because I know it's going to be wonderful, and it's great to introduce yourself. And as time goes on, we'll evolve, and you'll do whatever you need to do. But I think people definitely need to check you out. Going to play a track for you now, and
right.
It's not Bangra. Don't worry. My wife actually works for a company who is an IT company project. She's a project manager. She manages a lot of the team. They'll have a lot of offshore, and most of the people that work for them are Indian, Asian. It's funny because I walked past her office yesterday and I could hear beep 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 bob bob bob, and I said, "What's that?" She went, "That's the sound of India." Could hear all the tut-tuts and everything going round. It's unbelievable. I said, "Oh, that's wonderful. Leave it on." Anyway, so I'm not going to play you Bangra, but I know, and we could talk about it in a minute, you made some food for this artist family recently, which I think is absolutely brilliant, and it's David Bowie. So let's have a listen for this. This is just for you. We're back shortly.
Mate.
Yeah?
Thank you.